We are rapidly approaching the end of Lent, and we'll soon be talking about real live Holy Week services. So have that in your sights. As you do that, I wanted to lead off today by talking about another round of good news classes that will be starting the Sunday after Easter. So please join us for good news class. What is that? Well, it's an introduction to Lutheran theology in a certain sense, life in the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. And it begins, and this is, I would have to say, the most important class of the 8 sessions is the first one, which talks about the gospel. What is it? What is this good news that we talk about? What's the substance of it? How does it help? What does it provide? Please join us for this. If you're a longtime member of St. Mark and you know of somebody that might benefit from a class like this, invite them and attend with them. It's not just for prospective members, although it does function in that way, but it's for anyone interested in just going through, reviewing, getting back to the basics of what does it mean to be a Lutheran Christian. So please join us for those. Take a look in this month's newsletter, the newsletter for April, because the April newsletter has a detailed list of when these classes are going to take place. It's not consecutive Sundays. I just want to make that as clear as I can. You have to keep your eye on the list, but it'll be 8 Sundays total, and then we'll have a new member Sunday at the end of June. So just stay tuned to these announcements and all the other places where we release information, and you'll find it there. But please come to good news if that would serve you well. Speaking of being served well, next Sunday there's going to be one of our classic church maintenance breakfasts. This one is produced by men of the congregation. People who have attended the men-sponsored breakfasts have fond memories of what they ate and how good it was. So join us. That's next Sunday. That's between the 2 services. So there will not be an education hour for adults meeting in the fellowship hall. We'll just be fellowshipping and eating. And bring a free will offering if you so desire. That will go help to defray the ongoing costs of church maintenance. So next Sunday, be there. We'll look forward to being at the table together.
I slipped in a request here looking for a graphic designer. I am very competent in PowerPoint, but PowerPoint is nowhere near the tool that is useful for what we need. Create flyers and things like that. There's a couple of things that are coming up that I really would like somebody who is far more skilled than I am, which isn't saying much, but I need someone skilled. If that's you, please contact me. I would really appreciate it. And so would the church, so we don't end up with a 1990 version of a flyer.
Yeah. It's got a kind of charm to
Right?
it. I've seen that. It's good.
Oh, all right. The next gathering of New Life, this is a group of ladies who have lost their spouses. It will be held this week on Thursday. That's March 26th. And it is a time of prayer and discussion. Again, March 26th, it starts at 11 o'clock, and it is in the fellowship hall. If you have any questions, contact Jamie Nicoletti.
The very next day, which is to say Friday, March 27th at 10 a.m., there will be a time of palm cross making. It's open to anyone. Whoever would like to learn how, there will be plenty of palms for you to practice on. And Janie Palmer will get you started and give you all of her accumulated tips for making good palm crosses that last. And that starts again at 10 a.m. Friday, March 27th. Holy Week and Easter, I mentioned that at the very top. You have times, dates. There's so many there. I'm not going to sit here and read every single time, but you kind of know, I think, at this point what to expect. Services on Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Sunday, special times. Make sure you take a look at those. What I do also want to remind you of is the fact that there is a last midweek Wednesday service this week. 11:30 a.m., 7 p.m. Life Together has been the theme, and that will actually continue through the themes of Holy Week and Easter too. So it will reward those the most who have been all the way through, or at least somewhat constant in hearing these themes, and it'll continue to help us to think about how all these things that God has done for us that are so great are for us together, not just for us as individual recipients, but as a community that God has created.
Cannot believe these words are coming out of my mouth so soon in this year, but VBS registration is open. QR code is in the bulletin, and we do have a link. I believe it's on Facebook, or excuse me, on our website. But if not, just let me know and we can get it for you. But it's open. The theme this year is a Christmas theme. It is called Jesus is the Best Gift Ever for Everyone, Everywhere. It will take place on the week of July 20th. It's a little bit different than in years past. So make sure you note that, July 20th from 9:30 to noon. So again, sign your neighbor kids up. That gives you a break for a week. Sign up yourself as a volunteer, and reach out to Linda Bensick or Debbie Turk if you have any questions. Another awesome thing coming up is our community lunch, and that will be held this Wednesday, March 25th, from 11 until 1. And Pastor Mark just mentioned right in between that is our Lenten service. So come, be fed by God's word, and then be fed by the kitchen food. What is the food? It is sandwiches and soup, I believe. And dessert, of course, dessert. Of course, dessert. Yeah. So this Wednesday, 11 to 1.
Yeah. I just think it's so cool with our Vacation Bible School this year that it's going to be Christmas in July and actually line up with Christmas, the date. Yeah. Christmas Eve, at least. Very fun. St. Mark's Book Club is also a great place to have fun. And if you like to read books and talk about them and just hang out, hear other people's ideas, this is the place for you to come. The next time they'll meet is on April 8th, 1 o'clock. That takes place in the small dining room next to the kitchen, right off of the fellowship hall. The book is Rebecca Skloot's The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Just a reminder that you have to come up with your own book these days. It's not hard. Ordering a hold from your local library is simple. And if you're iPhone or smartphone conversant, all you have to do is find it and push a few buttons, and the book will come to your local library. You can go pick it up. Or, there's plenty of used copies out there in the world as well. The following month, it will be Charlotte's Web, the great classic by E.B. White. So you can just watch the movie and act like you read the book. Either way, they'd be happy to have you and join in a really well-loved time of fellowship. Like a lot of our groups at St. Mark, it's sort of over time become something where people look out for each other. The community forms around the pursuit. It's a good thing. And you would be welcome as well. Mite boxes. The Lutheran Women's Missionary League encourages you to collect your spare change, stow it in what we call a mite box with the background of Jesus' story, pointing out the woman who gave the little mite, and her gift was better than the people dropping major offerings into the pot because it was all that she had to give. Over time, Lutheran Women's Missionary League has raised millions and millions of dollars for missions, largely through the mite box collections. And once every 3 years, the district and national group gets together to decide what projects are we going to help fund using this money that just continually comes in. You can be a part of that at the grassroots level by getting a mite box, filling it, bringing it here to church. So this serves as a reminder. If you have mite boxes that are full, bring them to church here, drop them off. either dump them out and use your very dearly loved mite box or get a new one. Either one is permissible. And join in this simple yet incredibly impactful way of getting the gospel out.
Easter is around the corner. We've talked about that now a couple of times today. Reminder that the Easter lily order forms are still available. The deadline is next Sunday. So fill out the form. There's a QR code in the bulletin if you need that. However you do it, purchase your Easter lily, $8, so that we can beautify, I guess, the chancel area. And then, of course, you can take them home and see how long you can keep them alive. Mine is measured in days.
Yeah.
So short-term help is needed in April, late April. We are going to invite a company to come in and take family photographs. And so we need someone to just kind of help coordinate that. It's really light work, but it is work nonetheless. And so if that is something that you are interested in, please contact Mark Reichel. This is the company that came in the last time about 5 years ago. And that company took pictures of, families and then put them into our church directory app. So they're coming back. And we just want to make sure that that process goes as smoothly as it can for everybody. So if you have a little bit of time, reach out to Mark. I think that is it.
I think so. Online stuff is per usual, so watch for us in the normal places, and we'll see you sometime in the coming week. Thanks for watching.